Welcome to this podcast segment of A Beautiful Day to Learn. My name is Abigail at samahan niyo ako with various discussions on education, journalism, communication, language, and literature. Today we will have a two-part discussion on the 22 basic parts of a campus paper, which are also jargons that you will use when you become the SPA or the Student Paper Advisor. Kumbaga, dapat smooth nyo nang nababanggit ang mga ito sa inyong mga student journalists when you talk technically about the campus paper. So, ready na ba kayo? Again, 22 po ito, pero first part muna tayo. That means 1 to 11 muna. First is the nameplate. Definitely, this is the text or logo bearing the name of the campus paper. For De La Salle Dasmariñas, shout out to my alma mater, we have the newspaper with the nameplate Heraldo Filipino. For Ateneo de Manila University or ADMU, shout out naman sa mga Eagles, we have the Gidon. At nabanggit na natin to sa history ng ating campus papers, di ba? Pero hindi naman magpapahuli itong the Gazette of Cavite State University and the flare of the CBSU Imus Campus. Therefore, nameplate equals name ng dyaryo. Number 2 is the headline. The word head in Filipino, ang translation niyan ay ulo. Kaya nga naririnig nyo on TV yung mga linyang sa ulo ng mga nagbabagang balita. And these headlines are titles which show the summary of the article. These are the titles of the news stories which is in a larger font compared to the story. Example po natin dito sa The Flare, 7 resolusyon lusot sa CBSU SP. For the Gazette naman, medyo creative yung kanilang headline and it is pandemic. Balikan natin yung kanina. The headlines here would be DLSUD undergoing discussions for drug testing next academic year. Freshmen prescribed to wear uniforms next sem. LS and semester early cancels activities amid COVID-19 pandemic. So, yun yung mga headlines. Now, puntahan natin tong number 3, banner. Pag sinabi nating banner, ito yung quote-unquote na pinakamalaking headline, pinakamalaking photo, pinakaunang page. Banner is the headline with the largest font, usually the biggest story of the issue. That's why kapag sinabing, uy, naka-banner ako, ibig sabihin, first page yun. Maaring banner news siya. Pag sinabi namang, uy, banner photo ako, ibig sabihin, major photo or pinakamalaking photo doon sa banner page. And yun nga, pag banner news naman, pinakamalaking font compared to all the other headlines that you can see on that page. So, yan po yung ating mga banners. Next, number 4, news story. Simply put, this is the article itself or the whole story of an event composed of the lead and the text. At itong text na to is the elaboration of the lead. It is the first word of the article hanggang sa dulong word. Number 5, lead. Kapag lead naman, kaya nga yun yung word, diba? Lead, nangunguna. Nangungunang paragraph. Usually, this already contains the W's. The who, what, where, when. Minsan, kasama na rin ang why kapag concretely identified. Pag binasa natin yung lead, medyo buo na yung story eh. Kumbaga, there is no need na basahin pa yung further stories. Lalo na kung nagmamadali ka, yung lead pa lang, okay na, sapat na siya. This would be the lead. Again, first paragraph. Ayan po. Then, number 6, deck. Ang deck naman ay parang sub-headline. It is a subordinate headline placed immediately below its mother headline, also known as bank or readout. Kung may title at subtitle, meron din namang headline, sub-headline. At dahil nasa ibaba siya, deck ang tawag sa kanya. Parang lower deck lang. However, when the sub-headline is on top of the headline, Ang tawag naman sa kanya ay itong number 7, which is kicker. It is a tagline placed above but smaller than a headline. So parang yung deck ay napunta po siya sa taas ng headline. At ang tawag na sa kanya ay kicker. But if the font is bigger than the headline, we call it now as a hammer. So parang pinukpok ng hammer yung headline natin. So kasi nga mas malaki siya. Though I don't have a specific example here kasi sa lahat ng mga sinilip ko, bihira nilang gamitan yung hammer. Next, number 8. Byline. The name of the journalist or reporter. We have a quote saying that indeed, journalism gives us the glory of the byline. Iba kasi talaga yung feeling or yung prestige when you saw your name preceding the headline. Parang inangkin mo talaga yung headline, no? Or yung story or yung news story. Whether that's a positive one or a negative one or kung ano man yung laman niyan, yung content niyan. Para sa'yo, makita mo lang ang name. The process of creating that story is already 100% prestige on your end. Yan po yung ating mga naging byline. Minsan mahigit sa isa lang ang author. Just like this one. Next, number 9. Ear or tenga. These are the little boxes on either side of the nameplate. Pwedeng sa left, pwedeng sa right. In this example, wala kasi sa gitna yung nameplate, diba? So, nasa right naman yung kanyang ear. Ears can be in a form of advertisement or stories which can be found inside the paper. Ito rin naman yung example from USA or the University of San Agustin, the Agustinian. Since push to the left pa rin naman yung nameplate, therefore, right ear yung box na nasa tabi niya. Number 10, yung may mga arrows na yan, this would be the teasers. And teasers are boxes that promote other stories in the paper. But take note, it is not aligned with the nameplate. Wala siya sa kanan, wala siya sa kaliwa. So, hindi siya pwedeng tawaging ear. Ang tawag natin sa kanya ay teaser. So, pwede naman siyang nasa baba ng page, pinaka-top or topmost, or above the nameplate, or pwedeng listed lang siya on one part of the paper. As long as it is not either on the right side or the left side of the nameplate, hindi mo siya pwedeng tawaging ears. Rather, teaser po sila. In this example, nasa baba siya ng nameplate. Ito naman, for the LSUD, ay nasa ibaba ng page. The same with the flare and the Gidon, nasa baba po ng page yung kanilang mga teasers. So, minsan yung teasers, meron talagang format na susundin, may color combinations, or pwedeng minimalist lang yung design. So, depende na to sa inyong layout artist. Number 11 is the jump line. Kaya nga jump, diba? Kasi papatalunin mo si reader into other pages. Siyempre, inside pages, diba? Ibig sabihin, importante yung story, kaya siya nasa banner page. But since mahaba or merong elaboration yung story na yon, papatalunin nito yung reader into other pages. Thus, the jump line is a short line telling the readers on which page the story will continue. Makikita sa ating jump line ay very short format ng ating title. Pwedeng specific word nga lang kasi tulad nito, see uniform on page 3. So another example here is the CSMO barangay officials to strengthen security in Katipunan after holdups. Pero ang kanyang jump line, ang laman is CSMO, barangay officials, and then the page number. And there you have it. Dito muna natin tatapusin ang first part ng ating segment na 22 basic parts of a campus paper. I-recap natin yung first 11. Number 1, nameplate or the name of the newspaper itself. Number 2, the headline or the title of the article. Number 3, banner, It is significantly the major story, major page, or major photo. Number 4, news story, the article content itself. Number 5, the lead, the very first paragraph of the article containing the W's. Number 6, the deck, which is a baby headline or subheadline written below the headline. Number 7 is the kicker, which is the baby headline above the headline. But it has smaller fonts, don't forget that. Number 8 is the byline or the name of the author. Number 9 would be ears or the boxed stories, what's inside, or it can also be a teaser, but take note that ears are either at the right or the left side of the nameplate. Number 10, the teaser, which shows the stories to be found inside. And number 11, jump line. It's a short statement or a short line that tells us the page where you can read the continuation of the news story or the article. And that's the first 11. Now we are off to numbers 12 to 22 on our next episode. That's it. Thank you very much and hoping you learned something from today. And don't forget to click like and subscribe and hit that notification bell para updated kayo kapag pinost ko na yung part 2 ng episode nating ito.